Welcome back to your video. In today's video, we're going to be playing City Skylines, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a speed build, and today's video, we're going to be buying a new tile, as you saw just a moment ago, and we're then adding on to our city, so this way we can get more of that, like, Allentown feeling, because that's kind of just how I'm going for it, because of how the game forces you into, playing it in that you have to build an actual city instead of, I mean, it is called City Skylines, so I mean, that's fair, but you have to build a actual city to really do anything other than having like a million different homes. And I mean, for the Amish country, for what I originally wanted, it would be hard to do that, which I mean, I would need to put on unlock all milestones, but I mean, it's fine. I mean, if we did spend a whole lot of money buying a whole load of different tiles along the highway, we could have probably done it. Get up to 9,000 people. But I mean, I think I'll like this, especially since we're making the lake big focal point, which while I'm putting in low density housing right now, I plan on upgrading that to high density once we have that unlocked. And this will be like a focal point, and then we can make man-made spurs going off of it, and basically just make man-made rivers going off from it. And then because of how I made it in the custom map maker, it will just keep filling them up. So I mean, that'll be all good. And then we can place them towards the back, and then they can just wind away however you want to do it. And I did place in a little old park. So I mean, that's obviously good. I did spend quite a bit of money and just time building this in, which I mean, I do really like it. The only thing is that there was like no space left to fit in any more stuff for entertainment, and that, I mean, it's kind of a problem, but it can obviously be easily fixed if we were just to expand it. But I mean, I added in quite a bit of detail in here and I did add in on this little path that had nothing on it. I put in a nice little food truck court, or a food court of food trucks, and then I put in some picnic tables all throughout that also have chessboards on them. And then I basically just filled up all around it and around the lake with commercial, and then then we kind of just started to expand more on it, which I mean, we're currently still at our 5,000, but I believe that we get to about 7k population at the end, and we need 9,000 for high density, and then 13,000 for trains. And once we unlock trains, we will be able to get rid of any traffic issues, which in the next episode, we'll probably need to build our highway connection, just because of, I looked at it after the episode was finished, and I finished the speed build, and now the traffic is extremely bad, so I mean, that will be able to not fill up, but fix, hopefully, that traffic a bit, especially once we unlock trains. That'll definitely fix it. But, I'll probably just do basically the intersection that we got already. And then, yeah, we basically now just gotta bring in all of the different, I added in some more props, or not props, but, buildings and stuff, because I didn't realize that we weren't even close to the max entertainment, but I mean, we didn't even get it. And I added in a fence all around the, park, because that's what they would have done, so this way they can get as much the money that they need, or not need, but they want. Which, I mean, I might even put in, delete some fences just to be able to put in some small little shops along here. When I mean small little shops, just limited to one tile. And that would be basically it. And then, we did incur quite a bit of power and water issues, but I mean, that's fine. Just need to add in another power plant, which, I mean, we will need to expand our industry area in soon. So this way we can obviously get that done, because, well, why don't we need more houses, because the commercial buildings complain of, not enough workers, so I mean, that we can obviously easily fix, and also, towards the end you'll see, not enough HK workers. I did fix that because I forgot to put in schools, but I mean, that's fine. I mean, me personally, the final, product of the build is really nice, in my opinion, and, yeah, but, now we're basically just expanding along here on this side of the lake, and basically just more homes on top of more homes. And then, as I said earlier, this is all going to be changed to high density eventually. Then I placed it in our cemetery just to help with death, because I thought we had a death wave, but I mean, you can't really do wrong in our cemetery, especially since we've rapidly increased our population. Now the other cemetery is quite far from everyone over here. And, I mean, I did just add in some nice little paths all throughout here, just to add a bit more architecture throughout, and also just to make the city a bit more walkable, especially since no buildings will be able to go right in the center there. So, I mean, it definitely allows for, it to be used a whole lot more than instead of just being an open land. And that's what they would have done for a high density. Uh, Especially since you gotta remember that we are doing a, this will be high density eventually. And, well, yeah. And then, I do eventually just decide to get rid of all the populations, like, right up against this lake. And then I'll put commercial all along the lake, but then on the rivers I can put, normal, homes. And then I just made this all one big district, and then I put in the tourist specialized zone, and I added in some leisure activities to increase land value, and then also increase the amount of tourists going into our city, especially since this is a tourist specialized zone. So now we're going to be getting a whole lot of hotels. I did add in some bus routes, which the ones that we do have get a whole load of service, and I placed in one going around the lake, which, I mean, that gets about 50 people weekly, one going from our original population, basically the front road up to there, and then I placed in another one that just brought those towards the top of our original population zone. And then I did put in some nice little decorations around this little postal building, because it felt awkward just because this space is just awkwardly shaped, and so then I just put trees all along the path. Which, I mean, there is an easier way to do it, but yeah. Here's the finished product. Do hope you've enjoyed. If you have, make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next one.